bitch on the planet. But it is a little bit petty to be like upset that she's
not happy for him.
Yeah, at all. Like what happened to, well, he's seen the light. It's not like we don't eat meat, animals are our friends. And now you're like tearing your teeth into ribs. It's like,
so another answer that he could have given, or I could have given, I suppose, is I didn't appreciate, you were right. I just didn't grow up enough. I was unhappy with myself, and everything you said to me really made a difference. And I'm sorry it kicked in well after we broke up, but it did. Thank you very much. And
I like that.
And let's go out for a green tea,
an acai bowl.
Yeah, acai bowl, and talk about it. I'd love to see you, and I'd like to talk about like the changes I've made because I feel you were the inspiration for them. Could have gone that way.
So nice.
Dickhead Brian Howie chose door A.
I'm bracing myself for the next
it's
two.
It's more fun, but that could have gone either way to give an answer. I think either of those answers are reasonable.
I think so too. And she's like, oh, all this time I wanted you to do this and you didn't. And that is frustrating. You know? All this time I'd ask you every morning, I'd wake up like, let's go hike. And now all of a sudden you're hiking. Well, I hope, I
imagine
Heather's happy with you.
I mean, I imagine the frustration that people must have felt with me years ago where like this is what I was talking about.
Right.
Like, all of us probably have that. And eventually, somebody says something in the right, not just the right way, but not just at the right time, but in the moment that you can hear it, and things do click in our heads, and maybe things will change, and maybe somebody will stop drinking, or maybe will drink more, or whatever you want. And there is a delayed reaction sometimes in the messages.
Sure. Or maybe you don't want to hear it from that person for whatever reason.
Or maybe it was the way we all think we're saying in a way that can be heard, but the tone could be wrong.
Sure.
Or maybe it accompanied it with an eye roll.
Right. No one likes an eye roll.
If she said like, oh my God, you're going to eat that. That's so gross. Or that's so fat. Or if you just be like, you should try this salad.
Like,
it's so good.
Honestly, just next time, just order the veggie burger instead. If you hate it, then I will order you a regular burger. But just next time, like something like.
If you hate it, I'll eat what you're eating.
Right.
Make it fun, make it playful. There are ways to get messages across in a better way, but people don't want. The more you beat them down and henpeck them, the more cigarettes they're going to sneak.
Right. And
did you ever smoke?
No, never.
Did you ever date a smoker?
No, and nor would I.
What if they were like, last one, I'm quitting for you?
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't want my hair to smell like smoke.
That's reasonable. It's reasonable.
I don't like walking through a cloud of smoke because then my hair smells like it the rest of the day.
There's a place like 2 blocks from here where like 10 guys gather every morning and they sit and they smoke cigars and they must smell like each other's cigar. Like, I'm like, what are their goals?
I like cigars though.
12 guys in a room. I'm not even sure how safe that is these days, but they're just sitting in there like blowing smoke rings in this tiny little place. And then I'm like, where do they go after that? Do they shower? Do they go to lunch?
Yeah.
I don't know what they do.
They hang out with my grandfather. That's how he smelled.
Yeah, my grandfather always smelled like cigars.
And I loved it because it was him.
It reminds me of it. It has a certain smell. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't wait to see how I'm going to be raked over the coals next.
All right, next one. This is Ian from just outside Austin. When he refers to him, just outside Austin, you could go a lot of different directions.
Yeah, it's true.
Ian from Austin. You and your dog are fucking weird. That's right. Your dog is weird too. You talk to each other and you hug each other and you are into each other in a way that I don't think is normal and healthy. That dog always came before me, and there's a difference between loving your pet and thinking your pet is a guy. It's a dog. It's not your husband.
First of all, Ian, you tried to get that dog to love you the way he loved me, and he never did. And that's why you're pissed. You would take him on walks. You would try. He loved me better than you. And that is so sad and so sums up exactly our relationship that literally you said the same thing to me about my cousin and about my favorite aunt who I hang out with. You're like, this is weird. Nobody hangs out with their aunt. Nobody hangs out with their cousin because you don't have a relationship like that. Sad for you. Maybe someday you will find love in like an animal, but this is exactly why I broke up with you, because you could never see past what you think is weird in your life. And you know what I think is weird, Ian? You know what I think is weird? That you keep your dead father's ashes in your underwear drawer. That's what I think is weird.
No.
So I'm glad we broke up. Have a nice life, and tell your dad I said hi, and think of him the next time you're putting on your tighty whities, freak.
Put daddy in that cigar.
I'm the wrong person to say you're weird with your dog.
The dog, right.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that somebody is really weird with their dog?
There's definitely a chance of that, sure.
There's extra licking and stuff.
That I don't allow. I love my dog more than anything. You look at my Instagram, a third of it is my dog. He is the cutest dog in the world. Other people think they're like, oh, I'm like, my dog's the cutest. They'll post like, oh, but also I'm like, no, not yours, actually. Mine. He really is.
What kind of dog is this?
He's a Havanese poodle mix. He's white and he's fluffy and he's really the sweetest, cutest thing ever. So I get it. But anytime he tries to lick me, because dogs do that, I go, no licking, no licking. I do not allow that.
You don't allow licking?
I don't like that.
I think you're unreasonably cold to your dog.
Meanwhile, you wouldn't have said that if you saw me laying on the bed next to him today, combing his body and his face and his hair.
So the dog can be in the bed, but no licking.
No licking.
Huh.
And you have to say it like that. No licking.
And the dog knows.
Yeah, he stops.
So can the dog sniff at you?
He can
they sniff your curly hair?
Yeah, he doesn't though, but he could. I would allow him to sniff, but no licking.
But no licking.
No licking. I don't like that.
You don't kiss? What about people who tongue the dog?
I don't tongue the dog.
But you've seen people who do that.
I did. I saw something about Mary.
Yeah, like that. Is that excessive?
No, that's excessive for sure. But he didn't say like you dry fuck your dog. He said you talk to it weird, and it's not like sometimes how many people adopted dogs during this quarantine because it's a comfort level, and
and there is your dog is most likely not going to hurt you, and you can trust the dog, and people are more relaxed and comfortable with their pet, and they can be. So there's another one, Ian,
you know what it says to me? It says to me that either he was jealous of that dog already, because he's saying your dog.
Yeah.
He came into that relationship. She already had this dog.
Yeah.
I bet she probably had it with her last boyfriend or something, and he associates that with the ex.
As we always say, you would never trust a person who doesn't like a dog, and you'd always trust a dog who doesn't like a person.
Always.
Right. And so whatever your energy was around the dog, maybe the dog got closer to her because you freaked the dog out.
Yeah, maybe the dog could tell that you were like some freako. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, okay. we're on the dog side.
Yeah, we're definitely on the dog side. She may also be weird, but
I'm jealous of her relationship with the dog.
Send us a picture of the dog, then we could really judge.
Right. You should have given us, Ian, I know you're not giving it to us. You're theoretically to her. You should have given an example of something that you thought was weird. So we have a little bit more to play with. Yeah,
because it seems very generic right now. We're like, but if he's like, no. For the dog's birthday, she rented out a banquet hall like that. Yes, that is a little weird.
I had to do a reading at a dog funeral once in Los Angeles, and everybody was playing it straight. Nobody was laughing, and I'm like, this is so ridiculous.
Okay.
There was a band and a reading and a graveside thing, and I had to read. She's like, you knew the dog. Will you do a reading? And I did a reading from a literal Bible
from
passage.
The letter of Paul to the Corinthians?
Yeah, something like that. I believe it was Luke. And I had to read it, and I'm like, is anybody going to start laughing here? And nobody started laughing, and I felt like the asshole.
Yeah, well, that kind of is an asshole move. You're at a funeral, but you don't have a public funeral for your, if you're going to, if
right,
God
so where
forbid
do we
my
draw
dog
the line?
passes away.
I'm sad. The dog was old. She did. We were in black.
You do not know. That's
the
weird.
Whole thing, and people were crying.
That's weird.
Right. There is a line.
It's also weird to have a birthday party for your dog. I understand getting him a special cake or a dog cake for the day, or you buy him treats, or you get him gifts, but you don't invite other people into your...
I know somebody who had who celebrated the dog's birthday month, which I always think is weird when people do that.
Oh,
it's like, it's my birthday month.
I'm kind of
July.
a birthday month kind of gal.
And it's like, it's
November.
his birthday month. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Are you a Scorpio?
I am, very much.
Me too. Is there Scorpio discrimination in your life? People are like, ugh, Scorpio.
No, because they know better. I'm like, don't be jealous that I'm the best sign. Also, both of my brothers and my dad are all Scorpios.
It's a real thing. Girls will not date Scorpios generally.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd love to date a Scorpio.
Because because you're like, I'm a Scorpio, so you don't discriminate against your own kind.
Get wild.
Yeah, no, we
let's beat the shit out of each other.
We do this thing at our live shows where before anybody talks, they have to say where they went to high school.
Oh.
And for a time, I switched that up, and I wanted people to say what their zodiac sign was. Yeah. The Scorpio hate was so palpable.
They're so jealous of us.
Somebody would go Scorpio, and they would go, ooh. And you'd hear like a thing. I had to stop doing it.
They're so jealous of us because they know that Scorpios are like passionate and loyal.
I
and
think
like,
so too, but it's a real thing.
It's like the super hot girl at school that's like so hot. She doesn't have to work out, but she's beautiful and she's also nice and she's smart. And everybody's like, how do I get what she has? You're like, you can't. She was just born with it.
Just got it.
Sorry, she's a Scorpio.
We are going to take a quick break, and we will be back with more X's and Uh-ohs right after this. We are back, and it's your turn to serve, Jill Kimmel.
Okay. So this is Corinne. I'm Corinne. My name's Corinne. Okay. And this is just via the Facebook page, so she doesn't say where she's from. You never came to pick up that box that you left in my closet? The one I never paid much attention to, but now that I'm moving, I had to take it out. I looked inside. I mean, what the fuck?
Oh, you found the gift that I meant to give you for our anniversary that we never got to because you broke up with me. It was supposed to be special for you, and I'm sorry that I couldn't give it to you in the manner in which I intended the severed head.
I was going to say.
That's really open-ended.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like whatever was in the box was good.
Is it like Pulp Fiction and what's in the briefcase?
It's like a 7, right? Wasn't that 7?
7 had the head.
Right. What's in the box? Right.
But
yeah.
Pulp Fiction is like, what was in that briefcase?
I mean, what
we don't
the
know.
fuck? Like,
so what could that have been?
I mean, it had to
Porn?
be like porn is my first thought. Drugs.
Weird underwear.
Just something super weird. Pictures of his ex.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, bro? Or like pictures of her.
So it probably wasn't like old baseball cards?
No, definitely.
Pictures of her.
Maybe pictures of Corinne. Like, really, bro? Like that she didn't know were being taken, like of her sleeping and stuff.
Oh, like secret videos and stuff?
I actually have like one picture. I remember my ex-husband. I don't remember. I think I was looking through his phone. I don't remember what I was doing. Somehow or another, I saw that he had taken a picture of me. I was just like in underwear at the sink, like getting ready. And it was not flattering at all. I mean, I was very heavy at the time. I've lost over 100 pounds over the course of the last 7 years or so.
Have you?
And, yeah.
Good
and
for
so
you.
thank you. I mean, I had weight loss surgery, so it's not like that
Namaste.
much of an accomplishment, but yes, I did. So I looked terrible in clothes. I looked terrible naked now. I looked even worse then. And it was a photo. I was just like putting makeup on or something and he like took it. It was like secretly. And that really bothered me. Like not so much that I looked disgusting in the photo, but like, why are you taking this?
Because
and I don't
the
know
most
about
beautiful pictures of a woman are always when she's caught off guard.
Really?
And always
when she's
captured
caught
in
off
a
guard,
moment.
when her
Yes.
cellulite is being reflected
Not
by
to-
the mirrors in the
not to
bathroom.
him, but-
no, he was not. This was not a lovely. No, this
It was like, gotcha?
It was like a blackmail shot, is what it was like.
A friend of mine, she was dating a guy for like a year and a half, and he was really only with her. He was secretly recording everything and putting it on the internet.
No,
Yeah,
like sexual stuff.
Sexual stuff.
Oh,
just
that's
her
illegal,
getting ready
isn't
for
it?
stuff. It was a whole thing. And so I'm like, she's still like traumatized to this day. Where she can't. You're right. She just trusted this guy, and he filmed everything, and he was like secretly uploading it to like porn sites and stuff.
No, I feel like that's like a version of rape.
Right. I agree. And I don't know how she could even trust anybody. Like it was just such a terrible thing for her. But so, yeah, whatever's in the way she says, or the way you read Corinne's thing, I mean, what the fuck? It's probably not good.
No. But not horrible, because otherwise she would have turned it into the cops. It's not like child porn, but it's probably like some weird
Right. If it was porn, she
kink.
wouldn't want it. Yeah,
Maybe it's like a ball gag and something, or like a butt
kink.
plug.
Right, and this was for
She's
your
like, yeah, we didn't.
Happy birthday,
No,
sweetie.
it was not a gift for her. He left it in the closet. She never paid much attention to it. It wasn't for her. It was his, and he accidentally left it.
Well, he accidentally, if it was really that incriminating, he would have gotten it, and he brought it into their home. He didn't hide it.
Sure. So it wasn't like illegal or whatever.
Right.
It just had to be like embarrassingly ew.
Did you ever find something after you dated her while you're like, oh my God, what the hell? They used to be a woman or anything like that?
I did not find anything like that. No, I didn't. I think I found out all the stuff about the exes like before we broke up.
I found a box it was a long time ago. I was living with this girl. She got her stuff. She moved out. She left one box behind. It was a bunch of diaries